Greetings. I am Hans Smorgesborg, and welcome to the summer frisbee shop. Who am I? Well, I am Hans Smorgesborg, like I said. Why am I carrying a World War II gun? Because this may be a little bit hard to believe, but I am from World War II. What division? Well, you see, this is a division not known by a lot of people, but I was part of the SS Panzer Waffle Division. That's made up. No, it's not, I assure you. We were known for making very famous waffles, Bavarian waffles, all across the German army in World War II. Now, what am I doing here in this liberal world of 2019 with SJWs and a bunch of other stupid Democrats? But, you see, I was transported to the modern world during the Battle of the Bulge. I was with my division, and me and my friends, Thames and Hans II, my cousin, we were making waffles for the German army to feed them for the coming battle. But then we got ambushed by a German Sherman. Yes, I know, a German Sherman. They were known by the Americans by making Shermans but disguising them as Germans. So they ambushed us, and just when they were about to fire a shot, a time rift opened, and this random guy popped through. He looks just like me, but I assure you, we're not exactly the same. He yelled at me, he said, "Hey, my name is James, and I'm from an alternate universe where the Germans don't win World War II. And I'm like, what? How? And he just dragged me and threw me through the time rift. And then we both woke up at this place called Arkham Sanitarium. We entered this room full of this large room with this with this guy named Corvus. He was a plague doctor. I don't exactly know what his deal was. So, and he looked at both of us, with me, Hans Smorgesborg, and my friend James. He said, "You two are from the World War II universe, and I'm going to transport you to an alternate Earth universe." So, a time portal opened in Arkham Sanitarium. He threw both of us in this rift, and here we are. I'm in this small building in the middle of nowhere called this state Tennessee. I don't know what it's called. And that's my backstory. Thankfully, I still have my gun here. It contains about 30 rounds of 22 ammunition. It's a very rare breed of a gun. And the thing is, I use this in my store to bring away robbers. Now, you may have seen at this shopping mart that you may have seen other people. This guy who owns a Star Wars lightsaber shop. I went, in fact, the reason he gets all those lightsabers from, he get those from a time rift portal, you could say. And he goes to the Star Wars universe, and he just kills Jedi for their lightsabers. It's totally crazy. I don't know why he does that, but whatever. And my other friend, his name is Mr. M. In fact, this is his insignia right here. It's a gift that he gave me. It's not very nerd. Don't really know why he gave me this, but anyway, he owns this little Nerf gun shop about a mile down the road. So most of the time, you'll see about 100 people going to the Nerf gun shop, buying Nerf guns, and then attacking random people with his Nerf gun. They're Nerf guns. And then people will get their lightsabers and just start cutting down trees. I don't know why this neighborhood's crazy. Yeah, it's actually in this town called Arkham, Massachusetts. It's a post-apocalyptic, well, post-apocalyptic USA. It's weird. In fact, Arkham Sanitarium is right up there on that hill, about 50 miles right down that road. You'll eventually find it. That's where you'll, like, if you're having mental problems, like with anxiety, they'll treat you there. In fact, I had anxiety for a short while, and a random man kind napped me. He mounted me to a chair and he just relaxed me. It doesn't make any sense. But I tried to just not think of that. It was a very wonderful time at the sanitarium. Uh, they did some experiments on me, so that's why I look like I'm 15 years old. That's why it looks like I'm young. But in reality, I'm 200 years old. Ever since the post-apocalyptic world, in all reality, I am. Let me just take off my helmet for a bit, because this is a World War II German bicycle helmet. But you see, they gave us such bad gear in the Panzer Waffle division for making waffles that they don't even make helmets like these anymore. Let me just take it off real quick. It takes a little while. You have to give it a second and explain to me while I'm trying to figure out how to get this helmet off. It takes a while. What brings you to my frisbee shop? You want a frisbee? Well, of course. But you also want to know my backstory. I see. Well, I tell you one thing: if you're disguised as a spy from one of the trading stores, I'll have to use my World War II gun on you. I'm just totally messing with you, my friend. I just do that for kicks and laughs. But did you just come from the sanitarium? I see. Let me just put my World War II helmet up real quick. And I think I've heard enough. I see. You want to play frisbee with some friends, so that's why you came here. Well, I, Hans Smorgesborg, will give you the finest, relaxing frisbee shop experience you could ever ask for. And while I'm at it, why don't I bring out my favorite soda in the whole wide world? And I'm going to break the fourth wall for a second. No, I'm not sponsored. I'm like a YouTube guy who makes like 30 subscribers. That's not a lot, but it's a lot for me. But get back into the weird things. I, Hans Smorgesborg, World War II veteran who's 200 years old, I introduce you to Spider Energy Drink. This bad boy only cost about 99 cents, and I discovered it about 50 years ago, back during the post-apocalyptic USA, instead of the post-apocalyptic USA, before I found the sanitarium, before I had this shop. But let's get down to the drink. Now, this may get loud for a quick moment, so I suggest that you cover your ears, because it might ruin your relaxing experience, because my microphone sucks badly, because I'm a dirt cheap ASMRist, so I suck at this. But, comrade, my friend, I, Hans Smorgesborg, will pour the drink for me, not for you, because you'd have a heart attack. You see, it was very loud, but just hear the sizzling sounds of the wonderful, wonderful energy drink now. Let me pour this in for you. While I'm at it, get a better look. I don't know if you can hear the sizzling, but it's very interesting. Very relaxing. Just take a little sip. Now I feel better. Well, let's get to the merchandise. What's that? You want to hear my gun? Under normal circumstances, I don't do this because it's a very old gun and it could still be live fired, but for you, my friend, I will. Let me just pour some more of this drink in there and we'll get right on that. Yes, it's very energized. It takes about an hour for the caffeine to hit your system. Well, my friend, there's about probably 1/8 of it left in here. You could have the rest of it, so here you go and just drink it all up. In the meantime, this is the gun I used to protect myself. So it probably has about 30 rounds of ammunition in it. Now there's 2 ways to hold this thing. You can hold it like this or something, but the thing is the kickback will be so much, so you need to hold it like this. Just let it go. But is it for sale? No, it's not for sale. This is my gun, so it's not. No amount of money could separate this thing from me. So yeah, it's a very old gun, but it still works. So it's fun. Just put this gun up. Now, let's get to the actual reason you came here. Since I, Hans Smorgesborg, I'm going to go grab the bag of frisbees. This is probably the most relaxing thing I've heard all day. Now we have a wide variety of frisbees in this bag. It's about probably 10 for total here. Because this man came by, he said he was running from the sanitarium and he just came in my store and stole a bunch of things. He said he escaped, but I don't exactly know why. It's such a nice place. Corvus and Dr. Clemens is very, very nice. But let's get to the stock of it. This is the BMO frisbee. It's very lightweight. It's a very nice frisbee. You can just throw it off in the distance and let it fly for probably like a mile. If you're playing with friends or your girlfriend, uh, you'll probably have some fun with this thing. Yeah, it's nice and fabric. It can also be used as a hat, like this. It's the thing about this frisbee is that most of the time you'll want to use it as a hat. So instead of throwing it around if it's a windy day, just apply it on the head like this, and you'll probably protect you from the rain, your head, ears, and this little mustache that I have, like right here, and your eyes too. By the way, you have very wonderful eyes, and your shirt, and your legs, and your pants. This is a frisbee, but it can also be used as a hat. So this is probably going for about probably $100. And hold on, you may have heard that sound. That is coming from the refrigerator right here. It's a tag A instead of a main tag because that's copyrighted, and well, I can't afford a copyright strike, so it's a very nice refrigerator. You can stuff your cute pet in there, or if a friend is getting your nerves, you can just stuff them in the refrigerator and let them cool off. No pun intended. But this is probably going for about $100. That's a bad deal. Well, how about this? How about I take that spider energy drink away from you, and I'll give you it for this is a really good discounted price. $99.99. Deal? All right. And here it is. And there's a warehouse out back. You can just pay me there. It's very clean, crisp, smooth flavor. But it's very nice. So now you may have noticed that there's more frisbees in this bag. There's two versions. There's the BMO one and another version of the BMO frisbee. You would like to see it? Well, of course, let me just drink a little bit more of this drink and we can get right on that. It's very nice. Yes, it's very nice. I was becoming very, very thirsty, so I decided to drink one of these. It's a very good way to rehydrate yourself. Or if you have a heart condition, don't drink these because these will legitimately hurt you if you have a heart condition. Just drink a little bit more of this. Yes, you can buy these at the Arkham Sanitarium gift shop. Um, Professor Clemens, whoever works there, is a very good friend of mine. He gives me these for free, so you can buy them there. Let's break out this other version of the Bingo Frisbee. There's two versions of these. There is the teardrop version. Now, to be more clear, this is the teardrop BMO frisbee. They come in very different shapes and sizes. This one, however, just arrived this morning. It was bent out of shape, so they decided to make it a teardrop shaped frisbee, and it can also be used as a hat. Also, this one is not much of a one that protects you from all of the rain, but it protects your forehead, so that's nice. Would you be interested in buying this one too? It costs $1,000. That's a bad price. Well, what if I gave you a markup charge for saying it's a bad price of, instead of $1,000, $1 billion? You'd be interested in that? All right, well, your total would now be $1 billion, $1,099.99. But I need to show you this other great deal that we have. If you give me $100 right now, I will give you this for absolutely not free. In fact, it will cost you about $1 trillion. You have $1 trillion in your pocket? Well, you must have opened a time rift to hold all of your money in the money dimension. So, there's a time rift for everything. There's even an alternate universe in this where instead of people walking around, it's dogs, and we are their pets. So it's kind of scary. You don't want to go there if you're a human. I've been there one time, and they thought I was a dog instead of a human, so it was weird. But you'd be interested in that deal? All right. So you are buying 3 frisbees from me today. It's a good deal. So your total now is $1,199.99. So you better have all of that in your pocket, or else. Or else I will have to. You also won't get these frisbees if you don't have enough money. You do? All right then. Just bring it out back and you can pay for it. So I guess I will see you around and just bring these over to the counter. And my friend, I will see you around. Maybe you can come by and visit my cousin who works for the lightsaber shop. I heard he's doing a second version soon. So good luck, and I hope you are well.